It's been a few months since our last update, and I'm really excited to tell you about what's been going on. We got our miniature boat in the ocean for the first few tests, and it was awesome. But before we got to that, there was a few things that had to happen. So now Will is arriving. Will has just flown in from Chicago, and he's an aspiring filmmaker, and hopefully he's going to do a lot of work the next few days, and he'll have fun, and he'll learn. Will! So look, so this is Mom's house. Yeah, be careful, these are thorn bushes. I want to show you this because some of these challenges I haven't solved them yet. This frying pan we might use it as a weight inside the boat. Oh, perfect. You look like a Stay Puft Marshmallow Man.
Hey! Oh! I love this. You came, I love. You want
Good.
some tea?
I'm okay right now, thank you.
See you right there.
All right, thanks, Mom. Look at Mom's spread here. We added more details to the miniature. And we added some weight. The boat should be about 80 pounds to be the right weight for the scale. Will helped in a lot of ways, including flying the camera drone for the first test. We learned a lot.
There's Rocco, riding off after the boat.
The first lesson started when the boat just stopped moving. The thrusters had gummed up with seagrass. I thought of all kinds of that could go wrong. That was not one of them. See the thruster? It's coming out. Man, I'm freezing. Yeah. And then the second day we put in the water at sunset. I didn't read the waves well enough, and that big wave came and clobbered the boat. A wave came out of nowhere and flipped it over. That was one tumble. It's definitely not waterproof. Wow. Look how much water.
Holy.
Luckily the battery got thrown away from the water. See, this was my concern with these weights. I mean, talk about damage. I took apart the remote control to make it waterproof inside in case I end up underwater again with it. And I broke the connector that holds the ribbon cable. It's all nasty in there because of this slimy stuff that supposedly protects it from water. This little tiny thing broke off, and it's supposed to wedge the ribbon cable in place. I mean, movies get done like this. This is the thing. Like, it may not be the director, but somebody is dealing with every single tiny thing that could go wrong and does go wrong. My dad had a shirt that said "Never give up," that she wore as we were packing up the boat, getting ready for him to head out. Pretty good motto. And hopefully it'll turn on. Oh my God, it looks like it's working. That is wonderful. There's just like a bunch of stuff to do just to get it back to where it was. This does give us opportunities for improvements. This is for the top of your gutter on your house to keep leaves out. I tried a couple different designs to keep seagrass out of the thrusters, and they both worked really well. I also spent a little time getting some details done on the boat, including this head that I wanted to try out. If we can make a realistic looking head moving inside, then we can use this miniature for even more shots in the film. My friend Bruce came back to visit and also help out. Oh my God, it's perfect.
I can see him.
This is just a first prototype, but I think it's promising. We're getting this miniature in the water for the first time ever during a storm, which is kind of the whole idea of making this. Last one. Good, guy. I was so nervous just to get it past the whitewater and the breaking waves that I only operated the oars for a couple of seconds before it was too late. My wife asked me if I was worried about losing the boat, and I was like, well, there's no way it could sink or anything because it's made out of styrofoam. What I hadn't considered is if it caught on fire, which it did.
There's a fire. Something's burning. Saltwater got in with the battery.
Yeah?
And that's dangerous. That's what causes the fire.
It was a learning experience. This whole cabin is full of smoke. The battery actually looks okay. This thing was fried. Maybe this is why it all failed. Turns out it wasn't so bad after all. And we got the boat up and running in just a couple days. And I sprayed every single electrical connection with anti-corrosion spray because it looked like this might happen again. Kind of a mess. But that's not all that's been going on.